Good morning. You know, in the book of 1 Corinthians, we're told to judge ourselves, which really means to keep an eye on yourself, to check, to do a self-check on how you're doing in your spiritual life, to check the thermometer, put a thermometer on the inside of you and just find out how hot you are. What's the temperature of your passion for God? That's an important thing to check. And the two most important things to check, though, would be your measure of faith and your measure of love. They're the two biggest things that we have to do with in our walk with God. And a lot of times people don't stop and think about checking how they're doing today. And I just want to encourage you to do that. I mentioned yesterday about the power of your faith, about the power of trusting and believing God, about the difference it makes when you walk in a spirit of faith. And one of the most important things you can do is just check. Do a little check on yourself. How's my faith doing? How is my trusting in God doing? So that works a bit like this. You know, you walk through your day, you might find yourself tempted to get annoyed, find yourself tempted to get angry, to quit, to go towards worldly kind of thinking and finding relief in the ways of this world instead of the strength of God in your heart. And all those things happen because you're in a world where Satan is the God of this world, and those pressures come. And the thing to do, and the thing I want to leave with you today, is just to do a check and say, now, if my faith was strong here, if I was trusting in God well, how would I respond? Is that the way I ought to respond? And just make a little internal adjustment, because the Spirit of God is in you. The agape love of God is in you. The faith of God is in you. You have a responsibility to build those things, to grow in those things, to walk in those things. But the biggest mistake, I guess, that often Christians make is they just let themselves drift into the day, and they get off into the end of the day and feel a little disappointed or a little flat, when actually all you need to do is a little self-check and say, hang on a minute, no, I don't need to be fearful here. I don't need to be fearful. Let's kick back into faith. Let's trust God. If God was really who he said he was, and I believe that, would I be having this approach, this feeling right now? Give it a little check. You'll find it'll help you. Great to be with you. God bless you. Bye now.